were to from the age of 3 after your family left Sophia Town, so that would have been the late 50s, the 60s, the early 70s. How did Soweto as an environment, as a space, shape you?
Well, politically, I can say that I started school in 1961, primary school. And around that year, when in the 4 years of primary school, there were kids whose fathers were, people would be talking, my father has left the country. I didn't understand what was happening. My father has left the country. And people would be missing, the father is missing and all that and all that. And there was also issues about, I saw even on my street, people banning like passbooks in the early 60s. They were banning passbooks. And we were sort of like political, we understood what who Mandela is, who Sisulu is, and who Sobukwe is.
You knew.
But it was hush-hush.
Okay.
We sort of understood what was happening, because I remember at one time there were some black people who came to my school with some white people. I don't know what type of research they were doing, and they had a black doll and a white doll. And the kids were like, they were calling people to the office, little kids. And I wasn't called, but kids were coming back, were telling us in class. And we were like, maybe around 7 years old.
Sure.
Kids who were coming from the office were like, hey guys, there's people in there asking questions. Don't say you like the white doll. Say you like the black doll.
Wow.
Yeah. They're asking you about dolls as to, I don't know, maybe it was a psychometric test that they were doing on kids, but there were black people and white people with those dolls.
Who was that? Was it the government?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know.
So,
and there were, but I think it was some political assessment of where the people were. I don't know whether it was the Socialist Party or whatever, or some other ANC, PAC, whatever. And at that time, we didn't have like black dolls in the schools. I think the first black doll I saw was in the US when I bought you dolls when you were little. There were like very sad kids who were always telling us that the mother is missing or the mother left the country and all that. We didn't understand, but we sort of knew, about about Verwoerd and his policies and all that, because we were hearing people singing about, there were songs that was taught, that we used to sing about Verwoerd and about Malan and all that.
Do you remember the songs? Do you know them?
Yeah.
What were they?
Something like Situnu sa Malan si chaisitswe ke tram. Like Malan's butt has been like a trampled on Malan's butt, Yeah, like with Verwoerd, there was like Suta, when a Verwoerd, house a suti, yao hata koloi ena haina mavili, something like that. And we used to sing that, and it would be like, don't sing it, it was like hush hush, And even when I was little, there were now I'm talking about when I was in higher primary school, there would be times, even in my house, people were talking about it, there would be times when we had to turn off the lights and close the windows and listen to Radio Freedom, where there were like people talking from maybe messages from Zambia or whatever, from people in exile talking about what's happening, what. Every youth in the community knew, and our parents allowed us to listen to the AM radio, and we used to listen to those messages, because then there were no, and sort of you get, politicized at an early age. There's something wrong, because in town, you know that, black and white people don't mix, and you get these white kids who gave you like ugly stares, and white people who were nasty to your parents and all that, So you sort of knew there was something wrong between black and white in South Africa. And as a young girl, yeah, well, reaching my puberty stage, you know, then I started being, after my brother kicked me out of his gang of friends, you know, told me I'm a girl. And I was really upset about that, being called a girl, you know, because I wanted to explain myself that why can't I hang out with you anymore, you know, because these are also
I'm
my
not
friends.
different anymore.
I'm not different anymore.
Yeah.
So I started, you know, like now being the protector of my younger brothers. If somebody won their marbles, I would go win them back because those were the games I knew, you know, marbles and tops, you know, playing top, spinning top. You know, if somebody did punched holes, dug holes, because that was the game. You know, somebody lays their top down and then people come and dig holes into it and all that. You know, like with their tops, you know, they would hit it and all that. So I used to get angry, you know. And I remember one time I split someone's top in two because they had split, you know, like with my top. Those are the things I used to do. And the young boys, I overheard one time the young boys saying, I was going to the store and some guy was like, hey, there's the girl that knows how to play a top. You know, there's the girl that knows how to play marbles and tops, and I was proud of that. So I was the savior of my brothers.